sharp.
I have metal ones if those are better.
Oh, are they the same size?
Yes. They're long though. They're like 13 inches long.
Oh.
And these are...
Well, let me try them. I'm having a hard time with these wooden needles.
Well, the wooden ones are normally what you like better.
That's true. There
you go. So, how are you doing this? I'm just watching.
I'm taking the next stitch and I put it on the other needle. Okay, I take this one.
Mm-hmm.
Put the right hand needle through the loop and pull it off. And then you take the stitch before that.
Mm-hmm.
And you turn that one over the stitch in front of it.
Uh-huh.
And you do that again for each stitch. You have to be very careful because this one easily can slip off.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you were making this for a sleeve in a sweater, careful, you would start knitting here. Well, you would crochet probably, and then put the other piece on top of this, and then you pick up the stitches as you go across.
Wow.
And cast off.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What am I doing here? This is a bit tricky because if you're not careful, you slip. This stitch here tends to slip off. So you have to be very careful.
It's neat. You're just doing it 2 stitches at a time.
That's right.
You know, it's not typewriter style.
No.
So it's like you knit it. You do a knit stitch and then you
pull this one over it. And that's a bit tricky. I pull up on this string. That it's easier to keep it from coming off the needle if you do that. Come on, come on. There you go. Very good. Come on. There we go. Okay, this is called casting off. So the tricky part here is to keep the stitch that you just knitted from falling off. There. Oop, one more.
Gosh, and then what do you do with that last one?
Well, that's the end of the knitting for this side. So you usually cut it off about here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you pull that through here.
Shall I get the scissors?
Yeah, please. Wow, those are heavy duty.
Oh, I know, kitchen scissors.
Yeah, they'll do. They're nice and sharp. Do we have a crochet hook anywhere?
I don't believe so.
So that would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we have to get this thread under the last stitch. I'm going to try and do that. It's a lot easier if you have a crochet hook. Here we go. I'm not sure I'm doing this right.
Beautiful.
There. Now, what you would do would be to soak it in water
Mm-hmm.
and then lay it out on a kitchen counter or somewhere where you can stretch it out. But you don't want to stretch it like this. You just want it to be the natural roll.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually pin it with straight pins.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, what do I put it on? I can't remember what I put it on. Or you could put it face down like this and unroll it. The idea is simply to get this as flat as possible. Well, not totally flat. I mean, we don't want it squished.
Mm-hmm.
And this you can probably fake it somehow with a crochet hook and some yarn. I just tried, I don't know how many times, and I finally said, fully.
Yeah, I think the hole makes it special. It's a scarf for me that I was making for myself.
Okay.
And now that you've helped with it, it makes it even more special.
Oh, well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you could, if you wanted to, you could sew this down and just have this like a hem. That would be one thing you could do. But I've just bound off all the stitches, so it won't unravel.
Thank you very much. I don't know how to do that. I've never finished a project before.
Well, this is only your first, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you did a good job knitting it.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe I can put some fringe on it. You know, put tassels on it.
Where, on the end?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you put some on the other end too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you could do that. Sorry about this mess here and this here. I don't know what I did. it's not what it's supposed to be. But the rest of it looks pretty good.
I think it looks great.
Yeah. And it'll look a lot better if you do get it wet and lay it out and then let it dry.
I think it was so special to have you work on it.
Oh, well, thank you. I love these needles. They're really great.
Oh, thank you.
I like wood needles.
Well, perhaps you should try it on.
The scarf?
Mm-hmm. Or I can try it on.
Well, you try it on.
Okay.